Before modern medicine, the human body was a mystery. People feared what they couldn't see, and death was considered sacred. For centuries, opening a corpse wasn't science, it was blasphemy. But curiosity is relentless, and when curiosity meets fear, history changes. In 14th century Italy, a few brave scholars decided to break the rules. They began dissecting the bodies of executed criminals, in secret, at night, hidden from the church. They wanted to understand how the body truly worked. They risked their reputations, even their lives, to do it. It was the beginning of something revolutionary, and something dangerous, because once that boundary was crossed, there was no turning back. By the 1500s, Europe was in the age of the Renaissance, a rebirth of art, science, and discovery. Anatomy became an obsession. Men like Andreas Vesalius mapped the human body with incredible precision. His book, De Humani Corporis Fabrica, changed medicine forever. But while the world marveled at the progress, few asked where those bodies came from. They came from the poor, from prisoners, from the executed and the unclaimed. Bodies were taken from graves, sold in secret, dissected under candlelight. Science was moving forward, but ethics weren't keeping up. By the 18th and 19th centuries, demand for cadavers exploded. Medical schools needed bodies to train surgeons, and there weren't enough to go around. That's when the resurrection men appeared, grave robbers who dug up fresh corpses and sold them to doctors. It was a lucrative business, fueled by the hunger for progress. But in 1828, that hunger turned monstrous. Two men in Edinburgh, William Burke and William Hare, found a quicker way to make money. They murdered 16 people and sold the bodies for dissection. Doctors paid well, and no one asked questions. The killing shocked Britain, but the truth was even more disturbing. Burke and Hare weren't the only ones who saw human life as a means to an end. Across Europe and America, medicine was evolving rapidly, and so were its moral blind spots. Doctors experimented on prisoners, on orphans, on asylum patients. They tested new surgical techniques, diseases, and drugs, often without consent. To many, it was justified in the name of progress. Human suffering was seen as a necessary cost for discovery, but each breakthrough came with a hidden price, measured in pain, in silence, in lost lives. This was the world before ethics, a time when science had no boundaries and morality was negotiable. It's easy to look back and judge, to say we would never cross that line. But every era believes it's doing the right thing, until history proves otherwise. Because once humanity learned it could justify cruelty for the sake of knowledge, that door never fully closed. And in the century to come, that same mindset would lead to horrors the world had never imagined. This is where the story begins, the moment when curiosity became dangerous, and science forgot what it meant to be human. Next time, we enter the camps, where science became horror. Follow it Looking Back in Time for more cinematic history told in 3 minutes.